Hey everybody, it's Rory from ANSgear. We've got one of the brand new KP3 pumps in front of us. The guys at Azodin were nice enough to send us one of their guns so that you guys can check it out before it comes out. So as you can see, this gun kind of looks like a rainbow of colors because they've mixed and matched a bunch of parts to make sure that their guns are working properly. So obviously they're not gonna sell this version of it. You'd have to have a bunch of different guns and swap parts through all of them. But at least you can see the different colors that they've got. But the overall look of the gun is exactly the same. This is the feed neck you're going to see, the handle you're going to see, the setup that you're going to see, regulator, macro fitting. It's all, you're going to see it just like this when they are in production and when they're out. So we'll go through the gun. We'll show you a couple of the features. Obviously, it is the newest version of their pump style. So this particular pump setup is not an autococker pump setup in the sense that you're probably used to seeing with pump guns. It is the same style Azodin pump. So they're using a striker on the inside, very similar to what you'd see in a Spider, what you've seen in their past Azodin guns, with a sear that articulates up and down. There's no lug coming through to catch on the sear. So there is no adjustment. You can't adjust the lug to control the release point of the fire or the trigger sequence, I should say. So it does work like the Azodins or like the Spider style guns did in the past with the sear and the striker assembly inside here. So we'll go around the gun. Feed neck, this is the feed neck that you will see on it. It is a adjustable cam lever style feed neck, nice and light through there. The body's going to be the same setup right here. This bolt is actually much easier on this particular gun to push out the front. Without the barrel on it. Obviously, when the productions run through, that's not going to happen. With this white back right here, this particular bolt does not like to, the O-ring doesn't like to clear this bolt in the back right here. So I'm just going to push it forward so that you guys can see the bolt inside there. And then I'm going to push it back through and snap it back in. Just like, there we go. Like that. It's got the dual pump rods on it. Keeps everything nice and secure. Doesn't have a lot of wobble to it. Barely any slop to the back and forth wobble, which is nice. Got a nice light spring inside there for the pump stroke spring. But you're always going to have to fight the mainspring in there. So your pump stroke is nice and light when you're not fighting the spring inside there. But once you got to pull the spring back, the weight of the spring is not any more than any pump gun, other pump gun you're going to see. So it doesn't have a really heavy stroke to it, which is nice. The front block here, or the pump handle, I should say, it has a carbon fiber wrap on it. It is not a carbon fiber front block handle. It looks like it is, but that's just a wrap that you see on the outside. It feels like a Delrin material that they have put the wrap around. I'm not sure exactly what that material is, so don't quote me as it being Delrin, but it is definitely not carbon fiber. Although it looks like it, it's not. Same Rocksteady reg that they've got on there, tried and true. Macro fitting off the end. They do have their own macro fitting, their angled macro fitting down here, which is super nice. It is a swivel macro fitting. I'm hoping, which would be really nice if they sold these separately, so you could use them on other guns as well. But it is a nice fitting that you can see on there. You've got the single trigger frame here. It does have a safety on there. I don't know how many people actually use a safety anymore, but you know, always be safety conscious on there. Adjustable regulator through the bottom. Obviously, fine-tune adjustment through the back here for velocity. I like the new the Streamline ASA that they have on the bottom here. It's nice and light. Get rid of all the material that you don't need on there. Going to make it nice and comfortable, easy to twist. It doesn't take a lot of force when it's under pressure to spin it on and off, so you're not struggling against it. Let's throw it on the scale here. You guys can see, and obviously this doesn't have the barrel with it. So we're 2 pounds, 8 ounces. It's not the lightest gun in the world, but for a pump setup and for what you're paying for in price, I believe these are going for like $229, $230. You can sacrifice a little of that weight that you would hope that it would weigh for the price that you're paying. For $230, the price is unbelievable for these guns. Dual detents, both sides. Just altogether a good looking gun. It feels great in your hand. It's big enough to where it feels nice and solid in your hands, but not so heavy that it feels like a big rock in your hands. So this is the new KP3 from Azodin. They let us check out one of their personal guns right here. I definitely recommend picking one of these guns up. For the price, you can't beat it. It's definitely going to compete with the higher end guns, both in quality and definitely in price. So check it out, the new KP3 pumps from Azodin. Order yours now through ANSgear.com.